Okay, so now let's go through the motion path tool here, guys. I really like this tool, I have to say. I'm really excited to show it to you. So first of all, we've got various aspects here to go through. So if I hit the selected with the bone, and it also works on objects and multiple objects and multiple bones, as I'll show you. So first of all, let's just generate a path. You can see that at the moment we've got a purple path with various colours for different aspects. So let's just kind of go through the path. If I go to, first of all, I can toggle it off and on if I wanted to. I have it in front here, toggled on, so you can see the keys will, like bones when you do the visibility, it goes in front of the mesh, which is very useful. I can also put on the frame numbers on and off, and they scale really nicely when you're in the viewport. You can also obviously scale those a little bit more. And so at the moment it's on path of past and future. And so you can see it's pink in the future and yellow in the past. Not a bad life. We also have, and obviously you can change this as you want to. I also have speed colours, which is really good. So this will show you the velocity of your animation, which is obviously really good for your timing. I also have a straightforward path colour. So if we just go on to turn off past and future, now I can change the path colour itself to whatever it is that I desire. Actually, let's put it onto past and future because I like that. Okay, and we also have the playhead marker here, so that's really handy in terms of seeing exactly where you are. You can change the scale of that and the colour if you so desire. And also we have the path thickness. So there we go with the aesthetics of the paths. Let's just turn that down a little bit. Okay, so now let's go on to the keys and handles. First of all, we have the size of the keys and the size of the handles. We also have the colours of the keys, lots of flexibility there, and let's just try and drop that on the colour that I like. Oh, I've done it wrong. They're quite similar. Okay, let's just do that properly. Come on, David. There we go. Okay, so we also have the colour of the handles, so I can change the dimensions. I can change the colour of the handle. We also have the different aspects of them, so I can change it from a sphere to a circle to a cube. Let's just zoom in on this so you guys can see, and a solid cube, solid sphere, and a cone for whatever reason, and a plane axis, which I also quite like. But I'm just going to put it onto a sphere. Okay, so they are the aesthetic visual aspects. I'm just going to turn off the frame numbers there because that's a little bit distracting for me with this amount of keys going. Okay, so now let's have a look at some of the other ones. I think actually before I go on to the specific tools, I'm just going to show you how quick and versatile it is. So for instance, if I select, let me just select a key here, you can see I can very quickly iterate this through. And the great thing about this is that it works with the Blender Gizmos. So it's a series of proxy bones which feed directly back onto the original animator, the original key data of the bone that we're working upon. So I can select multiple keys and move them around, etc., etc. It's very, very versatile. Ooh. Let's do that. So we can move them around very, very easily. Let me just undo these a few steps just to get back to where we were. Okay, and now, needless to say, the great thing about the motion path tool is that you can really sculpt your arcs really effectively. So let's say, for instance, we just wanted to start that up and give that a bit more bump over here. Let's just take this handle, and if you press H, oops, if you press H, by the way, you can also change the handle type. So for instance, I can go on to aligned here and aligned here, and that will allow me to operate it with a little bit more fluidity. Okay, let's just take these here and pull these out. What have we got here? What have we got here? That looks interesting. There we go. Confused by the colours for a second there. Okay, so really good way of polishing your marks. In some degree, there are better ways, so let me kind of dictate some of those. I think what I'm going to do is actually show you en masse. So for instance, if I take all of these, let's just come off here and select all of these, and I'm going to apply that last path, and I'm going to generate a path on all of these. So you can see again, it's instantaneous. Got all sorts of things going on here. Look at that. This needs some serious work. So before we kind of like start digging into that in terms of manually adjusting these, which we could, and it'd be fun, I'm just going to show you a few other tools. So first of all, we've got the sculpt tool. If I activate the sculpt tool here and then just make it bigger, you can see that I can very quickly and easily just get these keys to be exactly where I want them to be. It's a really nice way of just operating. It's a bit like the graph editor in the 3D viewport, don't you think? Now I'm going to smooth them. So I can either hold down Shift, like so, and that will just smooth them off nicely, or I can, if you right click, it comes off the session, and oops, it's easy. Let's just go back into the session, and I've got the smooth tool here. So there we go. Let's just give those a little bit of a smoothing off, and I can also just smooth off the handles. So let's go smooth handles and sculpt, and there you go. You can see that will kind of bend back to the original, to the surrounding keys. There we go. It's starting to look better. Okay, so there's that. Okay, let's have a look at this polish tool, shall we? If I, for instance, draw this open, we have 3 sliders. First of all, we've got the smooth shape. First of all, actually, I'm going to select all the keys, and then I'm going to show the smooth shape making effect, like so. As you can see, the smooth deformations. I can also do it without the handles movement tool, like so. And I can also just smooth the handles themselves if I want to, like so. There is also the smooth spacing. So for instance, let's see if I select a bunch of keys here and smooth space, you will see that they align themselves up so that the distance is equidistant, if that's the kind of thing that you desire. Okay, there you go. Okay, so let's have a look at the lattice tool now, folks. If I open this up and just bring down the information, I'm just going to select all the keys. So first of all, select all the keys and hit the lattice and hey presto, you can see I've got one box left at the moment because I want to reshape all of the keys in their entirety rather than one at a time. So if I now select the corners and move the curves here, you can see it updates in real time really nicely. I can then completely reshape, like so. Ooh, look at those feet. So you get the idea. I really like this tool. I think it's just wonderful. It's a real sense of like sculpting the shape of your animations. It's really remarkable. Okay, I hope you enjoy it. And let's now go on to the onion skinning. So I think what I'm going to do, let's choose one of the aspects there. Oh, I don't want the sculptor. What am I doing? That's not for now. Okay, onion skinning, here we go. So you can see we have a variety of aesthetic details and other elements. So I can increase the steps here, which will obviously toggle the amount of skins that you see. We can just go to keyframes only based on one of the bones. So if you've got particular kind of like you might have like just blocked out with a number of poses, and in instant actually you can also stick it onto silhouettes, which will give you the exact poses. Creepy. Okay, we also have solid mode, and we have we can change it so that you can see at the moment actually let's just put progressive fade on. So at the moment it's just static on 2 different values there. You can see progressive mode just fades out elegantly, and you can change the amount that you want to fade out. Proper ghostly stuff. What else do we have? You can toggle past and future. imagine. And I think that's it. I think we've covered it. So there you go. Onion skinning, all in 3D viewport.